Hello guys! We are doing a new bro video, or a new bro stream. So usually I have a cast and a crew and myself and like all these cute little avatar things all over my screen. But you guys can't see those now. So instead we're just going to do a simple walkthrough of what to do with a brand new account. I know there's a lot of people who start Eve and then they quit within the first 2 hours. I think CCP said that was their statistic, is when people quit the first 2 hours. My show I think is only going to be about an hour. But with that, we're going to be able to show what people need to do to get started, maybe some useful tips and tricks. We're not going to obviously go through each and every mission or each and every guide or cover all the very important things or the in-depth things such as fitting and skills, but we're going to at least cover the basics so that people are aware. I have Sutonia with me. He will be handing out ships. Sutonia, say hello.
Hi.
So if you're in chat and you want a ship or something, or he'll announce when there's like contests of like Xing up or just being active in the chat. Maybe he'll ask quiz questions if you guys want some ships. They're all going to be the T1 frigates. I mean, he has like 50 of each, so there's a shit ton you guys can win. Obviously that's not a lot of ISK. That's a lot of ships you can win to throw away in fights and stuff. Alright, so first things first is you pick a class, and I know a lot of people put a lot of thought into this. I am particularly not picky. I always generally pick Caldari. So I guess I like Caldari. I don't know why.
The Caldari state is a
union gives you the introduction,
of powerful mega corporations,
like basic dank ass stories. You can skip it, but that's background if you want to see for each race. And then you can kind of pick what you want. I don't know which one I want. I always pick female. All my alts are female. My main's a male though. Then you can customize your character, which I never really get too into. Oh, can I make her fat? Look how fat she is. I'm gonna do a fatty. A muscular fat chick. With really, like, low definition shit. Oh, I'm getting pings. That's exciting. Look how bad my graphics are. Can I make her... Oh, you can customize them. So usually, the hair and stuff I think isn't permanent, but the features you pick for your character are permanent, and her outfit is really bad. You can change her outfit. You can change your character's outfit throughout. Oh my gosh. Her shoes don't match. This is like triggering me. Hey Minx, yeah, your video is great. It was really funny. Alright, so I have a character. I'm not gonna do, should I give her hair? Sure, I'll give her hair. Alright, so you pick some character, do next. You pick a portrait. I'm not picky. My goal is just to quickly, so my name. Oh my gosh, what should I name my character? We can randomize it. Name is unavailable. Are you kidding? Yeah, we're just gonna call her Sarah. That name has to be available. Alright, Sarah, whatever the last name is. What? That's not available? Okay. Okay. Clearly, like every other MMO, Sarah Omiris is available. Oh, yeah. Alright, now I gotta enter the game. This part takes forever. Alright. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. Alright, so you get in game, and it's pretty overwhelming. Over here I have the chat. I'm gonna move the chat. It was behind the camera. The chat camera. Oh my gosh. I don't think the game's being fully captured. We're gonna move this ever so slightly. Nope, we're not gonna do that. Hold on a sec, guys. We'll do that. You guys can see the neocom and stuff. Okay. So my chat was initially down in this bottom right area, if you guys can see my mouse. But now it's over here. Oh my gosh. So first things first is you should turn off opportunities. I would keep reoccurring opportunities on, especially as a newbie, since it's free SP. You open this little icon, click the gear, and you turn all these off. I always turn off opportunities. Which other ones? I think those will be okay. You can keep the agent ones because you'll probably need those as a new bro. The opportunities one's really annoying. Alright. So we obviously have our what you want to call it, tutorial. So you want to keep Aura. Oh my gosh, can I make this bigger? Okay, you can't make it bigger. Just accept. And she'll tell you everything that's going on, explaining about moving your ship, which is, I don't know, I think it's kind of intuitive with every game, like left click spins, right click you can kind of look everywhere, which is kind of different than most games. But yeah. So the one thing with Eve is your main menus are up here, which are the selected items and overview. Selected items just pretty much assists the overview, so you'll want to keep the overview up at all times. The other one would be local chat, which right now isn't really an issue since I'm in a starter place, but always have these two open. And I'm really anal, so I always keep them kind of matching so it looks pretty. You might be like, wow, that takes up half your screen. How the crap can you see behind it? The goal is that you should be able to use this to see everything that you see. And then, opportunities are sorry. You can take those away. Alright. So if you click that, so that takes away and shows what you're doing. So that's why I close opportunities, because I absolutely hate opportunities. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Oh my gosh, that's what happens when you accidentally click Alt. Sure. Learn about flying is essential. No, I don't. Okay, so she keeps giving me opportunities, so I don't want to do those. But I want to kill this frigate. Let me know if I missed anything too. Alright, so your little ship's moving. Here's your speed. Obviously, these two things, I don't want to say obviously, but to me it's obvious. These are your health, and this is your capacitor, which is like mana. So you have your HP, and kind of like your mana. It's usually the easiest way I describe things. And sadly, the chat on the side is nothing but people being inappropriate, so I'm so sorry for those who want free entertainment. But for this quest, I should kill something. So if you right-click, you can approach. If you click here and click this button, that is approach. So it moves my ship towards the enemy ship, and it is an enemy because it is red. And because it's fully red like this, that means it is an NPC. You can attack it by pressing this button, which is your gun. This button is a civilian mining laser, which means you mine asteroids with it. So I killed him. Easy as crap. Here's the wreck, which you can see, and you can also see here. You can do, what is it? Open cargo. Oh my god, look at that. Dank loot. You can loot it. And then I have a drone bay, but there's nothing in my drone bay. Sadly. Rip drones. And that is how you quote-unquote rat in-game. So you shoot stupid-ass little red things. If you notice, I move really slow. It's because I don't have a module to make me go faster. A little prop mod. Oh my gosh, 4 damage? And that's how much damage it did? Jesus. These things are weak. Oh my gosh. What in the world? Oh my gosh. You guys are so lewd in chat. Holy cow. Ignore the chat. You have unallocated skill points. You're like, what the crap are skill points? So if you go to your character sheet and enlarge it, you can ignore that part right there. One of the first things you should do is start training. So right now you notice I have no skill points. Absolutely none. The skill points are actually very, very useful in the game. What is these for? So the starter skills that you start out with are always super helpful for I want to say almost anything, but they're useful for being able to function basic ships, but you always want to get those higher. So like usually one is spaceship command to be able to use your spaceship better. So I already have Caldari frigate, but all I have are Caldari ships, so I would probably want to get more. Can I apply this? Oh sweet, I think I can go above. So because I use the, oh yeah, I should link that to you guys. So there's the what is it called? The core starter pack, which is 99 cents. So I'm gonna type this in chat and link it. Unrecognized command. Okay, so I did 99. Did I type that right? Oh my god, this thing is dumb. That's me. Listen to my loud keyboard. I'll do 0.99. Alright. So this allows me, so this is like a full account. This isn't even a trial account. It's better than a trial account. It's 30 days of in-game time. Better than a trial account. What's a good skill to start training out, Suit? Sutonia?
Hi.
What's a good skill to start training?
I'm not too sure. I'd say probably like the capacitor skill to level 4 is almost always useful, or navigation to level 4.
Okay. I have frigate training to 4 now.
Well, that's also nice.
Yeah. A lot of these skills are already really high.
Yeah, they were boosted recently in September.
That's awesome. Weapon upgrades is already at level 2. That's pretty fucking good. Regardless, you always want skills training in your skill queue. Because otherwise, you're not gaining any levels. So most MMOs usually have... Uh-oh, I think I'm gonna run into that. So most MMOs, usually you gotta like grind EXP to get levels. In EVE, it's mostly time. Or you can get skill injectors, or you can get this daily quest, which is unallocated skill points. You get the 10,000 every, I think it's 22 hours. Most people just call it every day. Alright. Yeah. That's usually how you want to start out. So you want to at least immediately kill the rat, and then start doing skill queues. I don't really know what I want to use these for. I think I might save them up instead of using them every time. So Tony mentioned, I think, what was it, navigation? It's shooting me! So you can see I take damage. However, he takes more damage. He's weak as fuck. Alright, so I killed everything here. And now Aurora keeps trying to talk to me. I'm gonna loot this crap, which if you look at the loot, it's really, really low is. Not even 1,000 is. Okay, now I have over 1,000 is, but that's not a lot. So if you look at my wallet, that is not a lot. Even 5 mil would be really, really low. But I mean, hey, when you're new, every little bit counts. So that's what matters.
Warp drive active.
These little boxes on your overview are stations. So when you kill all the rats here, or what is her name? Aura do her thing, where she tells me to do stuff now. Oh my gosh. Okay, first thing you should do in the game is press escape, display, turn off camera shake. Oh goodness, that was... We'll turn off camera blocking too. That's obnoxious. Holy cow. Then you'll want to dock at a station. See how awesome your cute little ship is?
Docking permission requested.
If you click it faster, the sooner you dock.
Docking permission requested.
That's not actually true, but it's really funny telling people that. Alright, so it wants me to do these opportunities, which I've already said no to, so I'm not sure why these things are coming up. No, Minx. You're not allowed to tell people to send you this. Not allowed. Alright, we're gonna do this. So this is your... So instead of having an overview, you get this, like, station little menu thing. So you have agents, which are NPCs. There are none here. Guests are other players. They have a little green icon. That means they're in your corporation. Offices, which is where corporations can set like a home station. And then hangars, which I don't know why I have this here. That might have been in by default, but that shows my ships and my items, which I have none. The other one is the inventory. So here's my ship inventory, and I can move it to my hangar or not my hangar, my item inventory, which is right here. So this is the blueprint and then modules, which is pretty simple stuff. And then you have all of these icons, which are the services. Ones to know are like repair, which will fix your ship. Right now my ship is fully repaired, so I don't need any clone bay, which is where you can set jump clones, which I cannot have. I need a skill to do that. Or you can self-destruct if you want to go back to your home station. And then I think that's all of them. Here you can customize your character again, but that's not really worth it right now. Oh, there's ship fitting window, but so that's here, but then it's also over here on the Neocom, which is on the side. Oh no, I clicked the wrong button. Okay. So you can see how your ship is fit. So tell me to stop. Oh, look at all this crap I can put on my ship. Ballin'. This is how you fit a ship. You drag and drop. You can push it back over, or pull it, I guess, over here. Super simple stuff. This is what they call ship spinning, is when you click, left click and drag, and you get your little counter at the bottom. I think it strobes when you reach 1,000. Alright. So one thing people want to do, so Eve is most people when they play the game, they don't really know what to do. So right there earlier I killed like 3 rats. I didn't do any mining. I didn't do any PvP. I just like killed some NPCs. And then it's kind of confusing to figure out what is your next step. So one thing I always like to recommend is using the agent finder. So if you click on agents up here and click agent finder, or the other way is to go into people and places, this little hourglass, go to the agents tab and then click agent finder. So this just looks like a bunch of portraits of people who kind of pose the same, and then it kind of gives like where they're at, one jump away. It doesn't really make any sense. So what you can do is do the filter. And then you can go to agent type, go to career. And then that way you can only find career agents, which are really, really good as a kind of tutorial. Like, Aura's pretty good with the tutorial, but these career agents will actually give you a mission, send you out to do it, and then when you come back you can gain items as well as ISK to do it. And then, so right here you can see there's, what, 5? There's business, industry, military, exploration, advanced military, all in this place. So you can right click set destination, and it will send you to where you need to go. If you're a hotkey type person too, you can press F12, which is the Eve Help channel, and that will also do show career agents. Oh no, I clicked it. Oh, there it goes. So it's this is the same people, the same spot that I'm going. So it might be easier to advance, or not, whatchamacallit, to like set your destinations. You don't have to remember right clicking and whatnot. And then there are also tutorial videos, if you ever need to watch those. Those are a lot shorter and simpler, and they're done by CCP devs themselves, whereas this one's just like a 1 hour like YouTube video or whatever. Yes, so you can close that. So then you click on dock to leave the station. Then you see your little ship floating out in space as it leaves the station. And over here, again on your overview, you can see these icons, the circles with the arrow. It says, like if you hover, it says Stargate. Click on it. So the ones you want are yellow. So your path, your route is highlighted in yellow, so you click jump.
Warp drive.
You can see all these little modules that I've attached to my ship. These are not good modules. So if you look at them, they're all like civilian ones. So I got them because they're free. But obviously I don't want to be using them in like serious PvP and whatnot. Look how cute my ship is. This is why like Eve has such good screenshots, because if you have really nice graphics, it can look really pretty. So then this is a Stargate. And here you can click jump. And then it kind of goes into this, I want to call cutscene almost, where it shows the animation of you kind of falling, or not falling, jumping through the gate. Then you're in the next system. And your ship's invisible. And there's a little timer up here saying how long your invisibility lasts, or a cloak. And that's kind of like your invulnerability as you appear outside the Stargate, usually like 10 to 15 kilometers away. And then you're safe. And that's nothing really to note now, since we're in high sec, as signified up here. The security says 0.5 to 1.0 is high sec, meaning when if other people were to shoot you, they get in trouble by Concord, which is kind of the NPC police. They'll show up and shoot them back from trying to defend you. And so high sec, generally, as a new player, you are safe in high sec, especially in systems with the career agents. A lot of people don't know, but if you are in a system with career agents or nearby, generally you are pretty much protected, and if people come in and kill you, you can almost petition it to CCP and they can get banned for it. I've watched a lot of newer players stream EVE, and they're trying to learn the game, and people tell them to go to career agent space, so they do. They're practicing all these missions, then some jerk comes up and kills them. Well, you can submit a ticket and CCP will ban them, so it's kind of like CCP likes to protect the new bros, but then not too much. So you gotta know the limits of where you're safe and where you're not. Then here's the station, highlighted in yellow, so you can click dock and it'll work there and dock. So this is a default overview. General kind of shows a little bit of everything, particularly gates and stations, as well as, I believe, other people in space. Mining shows the asteroid belts, which you mine at. Obviously, you're mining asteroids. Then Warp 2 shows all the planets, custom offices at the planets and the moons. Oh, these are just planets. I thought they'd show moons. Okay, maybe not.
Docking permission requested.
So you can see other people. The green obviously means they're in my corp, as said earlier. Everyone say hello in chat. Alright, so here you got the career agents, which is a really good way to start learning the game. So you have exploration, which is a really good way to make ISK. It's kind of risky to do, since a lot of times you'll go into wormholes, you can go into low and null, and it's pretty riskier, at least more risky than industry and business. Industry is kind of mining and building things. Business is being able to trade, make contracts, to sell and buy. So you obviously buy low, sell high. And then military and advanced military are more of the PvP mechanics. And a lot of the stuff they give you can be used for PvE, which I mean exploration, you might, like, I don't know, sometimes like there's sleepers and stuff, you might have to fight those. Or if you're mining in an asteroid belt, there could be rats, so you could fight those. Rats are NPCs, like they're called pirates or rats for short. But the military and advanced military help more for PvP, at least learning PvP mechanics, learning what the different modules do. So as you saw with my ship, I explained this was the gun, this is the mining laser, but I didn't explain what any of these do. Well, with the military and advanced military, they will explain what they do, and then they'll send you on a mission to practice it. So when you talk to these career agents, press the button. Like, they have these big, long things of text, and it's like, oh my gosh, that's so overwhelming. Because, like, I don't know, usually you're used to, like, Aura, where it's like a little info box, and it's super simple. But these are more complex, and, like, more in-depth, I guess, if you want to say. Obviously, this guide isn't really to show people how to do this, because you can do those on your own, and watching someone do career agent missions isn't as helpful as doing them yourself. So obviously you can read how to do it, hands-on how to do it, and see yourself, like, learning how to do it, so it's a lot better. Sorry, I'm laughing at the chat. So this place updates because I talked to her. She's here. So if you ever do a mission and then you can't find your NPC, you can't find what station they're at, you can always come here. Or the same thing as Agent Finder or F12 to use to find them. The Z over here is how much ISK you have. I've obviously gained ISK, and it doesn't say why right away, so you have to load. It's like, oh, I got a bounty, or I think this was the original ISK I got. So I got a bounty for killing those 3 NPCs earlier. This is your journal, which is kind of like a log. I know most MMOs have these to explain like what career or like what mission you're on. So if you have to leave right away and come back, it's very simple to find it. However, that's just learning the basics of EVE. It shouldn't take people, I guess, more than a day, a few hours, depending how slow or quickly you do this, to learn. And after that's done, after you say complete all of these missions, people still feel kind of lost, because like, yeah, they have this basic knowledge of what to do in the game, but then they don't know what to do after, and that is where corporations come in. So obviously we have local chat, which is kind of like, local I want to say is like within WoW where you do /say, where it's just like the people, the immediate people around you. So everyone in this current system is in local chat. And then you have corp chat. So I'm in a corp, but not really. Like there's nobody here, nobody's really talking. And it's a Nubro NPC corp. Then you have rookie help, which is everyone asking questions, everyone answering questions, which is sometimes helpful, a lot of times helpful. But at the same time, like Mike Azarai is a good guy to ask questions to. ISD are volunteers by CCP. So there are some good people that ask and answer questions, but sometimes, depending on your question, you might not be able to find the help that you can get. So Twitch chat's talking about some of the lore of Eve. So you can sit in idleness chat and then see what people are talking about, if it's applicable, and if you can understand it / follow it. But the one thing to do is to apply for corporations, because those are really where, I guess, people bond in the game, where a lot of help comes from. Because when you're in a corporation, they kind of want you to succeed, they want you to do well. So we will do this. So you can select your filter. So if you play at a certain time, these are all Eve times, obviously, which is displayed in the bottom left corner. I think you guys can see that on my stream. I'm gonna double check OBS. Maybe? Oh no, it's hidden by the chat. So if I click it, you can see. I guess it doesn't really say. It doesn't say the time, it says the date. In the bottom left, you can show it. Let me move the chat for a sec. See, so you can see the time. I think if you can see my mouse in the bottom left. But this way you can see kind of all these corporations. You can't really search by alliance, because you have to be in a corporation to be in an alliance. So a lot of people, when you hear all these big alliance names, you in particular want to find the corporation first. So what to do is you pretty much just, I think you can just apply. You can open their advert, yeah. See what they say, see what time zones, English, etc. See what they do and find what you want to learn. And they'll give a recruiter, which is, this is a player that you can contact. Read in the chat. What's a Galente? Galente is a race. Galente ships are mostly drones. I think is their like niche. So I always see them using drones. Alright. So then that's how then you can apply. Gives them their tax. So if you like so taxes might not make sense right away, but that's if you do PvE. So if you like mission running and stuff like that, like with these bounties, then the higher the taxes, the more percentage I believe they will take. I'm not quite sure, because I don't really deal with taxes. I don't really do anything with them. But then a lot of times, if you just apply to everything, you will probably get into one eventually. Like they'll just take you. Oh, it's a PvE corp, so we'll apply to them. Say, hi, I'm new and I want to learn to play. Smiley face. You have to add the smiley face so they know you're serious. So a lot of these look like PvE. Like high sec probably means PvE. Missioning, that's a PvE. What is this? So, exploration, mission running, new pilot friendly. So if you want to do PvP, it might take you a little bit more. I think altruism's PvE. PvP. Oh, maybe not. But yeah. Humans are boring. Is there anything besides humans in Eve? Except maybe drifters? Oh, PvP. Oh, so don't forget these. Thank you, Suetonia. Now you can filter for PvP ships. Or PvP corps, I'm sorry. Here we go. So this is PvP. Dead terrorists. Yo, let's see if this works. Hi, I'm new and I want to learn to PvP. Add a smiley face. So look, so their tax is 0. This is a test. Test alliance. My wife's son. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna apply. Hi, I'm... So I know a lot of these people, but not on my main account, not on this account. So I'm gonna see if I get any invites. Kiwis in space. I think that means they're Australian. No points necessary. Yo, I fought these guys. They definitely use points. They're liars. Any tips on role-playing a new player? I know role players actually really like a Mar race. A lot of people who do role-playing are usually in a Mar. So I would recommend starting there. If you like role-playing, I guess that would be figure out all the races and then figure out what you want to roleplay from those races. So here's ISD. You can tell they're ISD because their text is like that teal color, blue. Can't tell. I know CCP, if they do it, they have CCP in front of their name and then their text is blue. But yeah, so EVE is a very social game. I always highly recommend whatever you do in EVE, regardless of how much you love or hate some of these, apply for a corp. Get into corp. Clever girls. Oh, I thought they'd be with Horde, okay. Most new players aren't as stupid as I am pretending. Is that to me? Because there are a lot of new players who aren't quite sure how to play this game. They quit within 2 hours, and I'm 30 minutes in, trying to help. If that's not to me, then I have no clue who you're talking to. So after you apply, you can always see where your applications are. Unprocessed means they haven't been looked at. It'll either say rejected or accepted. And so once one says accepted, you have to dock up. And then it should say over here to accept invitation to corp. And then that way you can join the corp. What did she want me to do? They just want me to shoot things. So when you accept a mission, it pops up over here. Just to help those who aren't too familiar with missions. Okay, I remember closing that, but okay. So you can see where it's at. It says it's in the same system. You do warp to location because it's not going to be on your overview. It's more of like an anomaly. Right there. Anomalies are like this. Which you can warp to them in space. I believe you can make them show up on your overview. Maybe, maybe not. Oh my goodness. Super simple stuff. So I damage it and it gains some back, which means it's able to heal itself. Like that. My gosh, there's more of them. What the fuck? I don't remember this being this complicated. Have a public in-game channel may be a good idea to visit. Okay. I can show that. Oh gosh, do we have to wait for it to load again? So you can use these menus while out in space. Let me see. So we'll talk. Yeah, we can talk about channels. A lot of people don't realize that. So you obviously have these 3 channels by default. Oh, I got rejected. So they'll tell me what I did wrong. They should. Okay, maybe not. So rejected. Good luck learning. Okay. That's fun. So when you click on channels, so here are a lot of the default channels that you can instantly have access to that CCP allows. So event incursions. So this is kind of more PvE stuff. There's no longer any dust is kind of gone now. Then you can get help. So this is just rookie help, which is shown right here. And then I don't know, say you spoke another language. You can go to any one of these. Eve Uni's really good. They're also a corporation. I know some people in there and they're super, super helpful. But crap, where was that menu? I have to wait for it to load each time. So these people just said no. So we can ignore them. So if you do recruiter channel, right there it links it. That's super helpful, right? So it pops up and you can say hi, read what they say, etc. Speak to a recruiter. Once you join, speak to a recruiter if you have questions. You can email them. I'm gonna find one where you have to type it in yourself. Any of you guys know? Because sometimes they'll link them. Join the Kiwis in Space channel. So obviously they don't link that, which is fine. Like that's not required of them. But in case you didn't know, you can use this. So it says Kiwis in Space. So you type in Kiwis in Space, directly how they spell it. Click join. Welcome to the Kiwis in Space public channel. So it lists the same people here. Oh, okay, well that guy's a little different than that guy, but that's fine. So in that way you're able to join and then chat. So that's a good way to do it. And if you ever want to leave, like say you really don't like it, you can just right-click close. But say you do it on accident, like you accidentally close your Rookie Help chat, that's where this window comes in. I think they also do, I think after a while, oh no, these are only the ones you have open. So you do Rookie Help join. It shows it all again. They obviously usually have rules. The little yellow is a bunch of links in case you were unfamiliar. Thank you, Norwegian Darkness, for the suggestion. So I've killed all these things. I think I've completed it. So right there it has the check mark next to the objective, which means I've completed it. So I'm able to dock. So if I go here, I can click dock, which will put me back at the destination where the NPC is at. I'm gonna link this in chat again because you can literally buy a brand new account for 99 cents, and I think that's amazing.
Docking permission requested. Docking permission requested. Docking permission requested.
So you go here, complete mission. And then she should have given me a bunch of stuff right here. Yep. Now, so that's kind of, I want to say, PvE/PvP where you're shooting things. I can show some mining. I mean, most people like absolutely hate mining. Kind of gets this negative stigma in the community. But at the same time, without mining, people wouldn't be able to do a lot of things in game. Because EVE's one of those games where I believe you have to literally find all the blueprints, mine the materials needed, and then build things based off of that blueprints. The title of this room. Oh no. Which part? And so if I switch to my mining tab instead of my general tab, I can see all these little asteroids. Let me try to get this. So these are mobile depots, so I can now mine those, so I can remove those. This is just in general the asteroid belt, and this is the asteroid in particular. I can orbit it, or click and approach it, either or. Hello. That is a private conversation that pops up. So if you show it, oh my gosh, I think I applied to this dude's corporation. So when you say hello, you have to act overly eager and talking to people. Alright, so here I have, if you notice, this thing doesn't have like the white bars like my little health does, because if you shoot it, it doesn't actually do anything. So it shows me shooting it, and one I'm like absolutely missing like a nerd. Okay, so I'm hitting it, but I'm doing 0 damage, so obviously I gotta use my mining laser. If I do that, it does like the little beam, and it's super cute. Okay, so he's doing, I don't know, interviewing me, I guess? It sounds kind of intimidating, but it's not. So I'm gonna put this window down here, I'm gonna combine it with these windows. I'll make it bigger so you guys can see. I'm showing. Oh, tips. I'm showing that you can't shoot them. I mean, you can, but it doesn't really do anything. I was told to join corporations. So I am role-playing a brand new character with this guy. Even though I'm clearly not a brand new character. I don't think so. I have the core starter pack from Amazon. Okay, so I have to spell more properly so I don't look like a kid. If you look, all these little flashing tabs, so obviously someone's talking local. So he's saying hi, okay. And so, if you look, I'm just like mining this thing. There's little like notifications, but what ends up happening is in my cargo, I get the Veldspar. So it says Asteroid Veldspar, and that's what I'm getting. So I'll move this over. Actually, I'll just close it. Click the button. I'm not ERPing. I am normal roleplay. And warp to the gate. Why would I warp to the gate? So these little asteroids, I'm 90% sure are effects and not actual asteroids in space. These big ones are actual asteroids. Like, you can click on it and it says. This does not a trial account. I want to learn the game and make friends. So this is where you throw on that ballin'-ass smiley face, so then they know you're definitely not a spy. Because EVE is one of those games where you can spy and scam, and I just got a notification for something that I don't know what it was. What is this? Is that this? Yo, I'm not doing this. I never accepted this mission. Go away. So obviously I'm not going to spy on this guy's corporation or alliance, but I want to actually get in, but I don't want to be like, yo, just accept me. I'm streaming this to everyone. It's a Scordite and... Oh, it's just Scordite. Man, my joke failed. You're a triple agent, you have no idea who you're spying for? Yeah. Alright. So here you mine. Oh, look at all that. Look at that dank ass ore. I'm so good. Alright. Enough ISK, which is the in-game currency, to buy Plex for the account. I heard it was possible as a newbie, but I'm not sure. Okay, I need to learn to spell. I'm not sure. But I also am curious about PvP. So clearly I'm talking enough to this guy where he knows I'm not fucking faking shit. Alright, so here I've mined everything. So my cargo is full. My little mining laser turned off, even though I'm still orbiting, so I can unlock it. I'll still orbit it. So what I want to do is find out. I had a blueprint earlier. I don't know if you guys remember. And so if I go to personal assets, which is this, I think you guys can you see that icon? No, hold up. Let me check my OBS. All right, so you can kind of see that icon. All right, let's see if we can. Okay, so what was it? Yeah. Crap. Okay, personal assets. So I have assets here, which is this blueprint. So I want to go back there. So I'm gonna set my destination. Alright, so I can't find the gate on this mining tab, so I'll go to general. Start gate and just jump. Which means I warp to it and jump.
Warp drive active.
2 for 1. I know Del Torres. He's gonna think I'm a spy. So he is with Arcane Alliance, who I've never heard of. 0-0 base PvP Alliance. Oh my gosh! Okay, yeah, definitely. He's probably gonna think I'm a spy. I fucked up, team. Alright, so here's my little gate. You can jump. Oh, if you click and hold, it brings up the radial menu. You just jump. Alright, so here I'm in this system. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to go to this gate. This is the gate I came from. I want to go to this one.
Warp drive active.
You can zoom in, look at your cool ass ship. Put the sun in the background, makes it look cooler. You can zoom in really close on your ship. And you're like, wow, why isn't my ship in the center of my screen? It's because of these camera mount options, so you can do this. Yeah. Now you can, like, strobe your ship. To this ballin' ass Eve music. What's going on in Rookie Help? Look how friendly and helpful everyone is. Look how long my skill queue is. 2 days. Goodness gracious. That's because I'm leveling up, like a level 4 skill. Which probably should take longer, but who knows. Alright. So I think I've convinced this guy I'm not a spy. I don't know how.
Docking permission requested. Docking permission requested.
Alright. So here I have this blueprint. This blueprint. Where's my blueprint? Okay, I found a blueprint. Alright. Use blueprint. So here it gives me this menu, this industry menu, which if you look, that is this button. So if I minimize, I can open it again. Oh no, my blueprint. Okay, so I get the blueprint again. Alright, it tells me what I need. So it needs trit and pyrite. Well, I don't believe I have either, but I have Veldspar, right? So I gotta reprocess it. Is that the button I do? So if I reprocess it, it gives me tritanium, which is somewhat what I need, right? So that's good. So I can do reprocess. It'll take some ISK. Thankfully not a lot, but it took some. So right now I have trit, which is enough for here, but now I need pyrite. So if you do show info, this is how you build things with blueprints. I'm just gonna show that really, really quick. So it tells me, 0, which I'm clearly not. I'm in 1.0. Scordite. So I need scordite. So I think I remember seeing that in one of the mining belts. So I'm going to go out and mine it again. So if I close all this, so I check and make sure my ship has nothing in it. That's good. But this is part of industry that some people like to do. Depending on what you can build and make from blueprints, you might also be able to do that to get
Warp drive active.
Whatchamacallit. I'm trying to think of like what the word was. I'm really dumb. Oh, you can be kind of like self-sufficient. So if you're able to mine everything, have the blueprints to make something, then I guess the like spare ISK, because obviously that took some ISK to reprocess, then you can pretty much kind of be self-sufficient. Alright, 1 second. There we go. Alright, so here I am. There's this little ship. Look how cute that ship is. Too bad I can't shoot one. Alright, so if I go to mining, so we're looking for scordite. Like this thing is scordite. So if I approach it, alright, yeah, I have no problem with that. So one thing to do, so being a female and the fact that I'm just kind of joking around. I don't really want to seriously join this corp. Able to talk much due to my apartment's noise policy. So right there, that's like a white lie. My apartment doesn't really have a noise policy. I've gotten really loud and rowdy in my apartment and like never gotten in trouble. But if I don't want to talk, instead of just like kind of appearing to be antisocial, they're like, oh, she has a legitimate excuse. But that's also sometimes what spies do. So say I were like a high level, like, what is it, director of like some random alliance, I might say that, and then they're like, okay, well, we don't expect this person to talk, and then now I suddenly don't have to talk to people. So you gotta be careful. Alright, so here I'm mining this scordite. This guy over here, you can see him mining. Like, he has a little blue thing. Like my little blue thing. Not the, like, trail of my ship. But the little laser. No, Minxie, I don't think he knows it's me. So one cool thing, so you see all these options, like I can approach him, I can orbit him, keep at range, but I can also do look at. which it's a really fun way. I always thought this was fun as a newbie. It's like I'd see a ship and I'd have no idea who they were. So I would do look at, and then I can look at his ship. And like just see how cool it is. Just be like, wow, it kind of looks almost like a little beetle thing. And then you can look at my ship, like not look at his ship or whatever. But I always thought that was fun to do. And he doesn't show up on this overview, but if you go to general, he'll show up. Warp 2, he's also not here. This just shows planets and customs offices. I was for sure they showed moons, but I was wrong. And the cool thing about the overview, so since your overview is your main thing, like kind of how you function within the game and you're able to do things within the game, you can always use other people's overviews. There's a few links, or sometimes when you join in alliance, they'll say, "Oh, use my overview. It's really helpful for newbies," or something. So that's always something to keep in mind. So like Eve used to be where you had to go and modify your overview and fix everything right away, and now CCP has made it super easy, just like copy someone else's overview. So let's look at that. So I think that might be enough. I'm not sure. We're just gonna dock anyway. We'll just try it with this. Say it's not enough, I can always go to, so there's the industry icon, which I can't really use now, but I can use the market. So say I wanted, so pyrite, is that how you spell it? Oh, that's not how I spell it. I'm really bad. Oh, there we go. Manufacturing. No. What am I making? I thought it was pyrite.
Docking permission requested.
Yeah, Sarah Shara or whatever it's called. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Accepted.
Pyrite. Oh, you guys are so... Okay, so pyrite. So let's say I needed it. So I type pi. Yeah. So here I can always buy it. So it says it's within the station. Usually I categorize by jumps, and you can categorize by price. So it's cheaper, but that's 5 jumps away. So if I have to buy some here. So let's go to this industry thing. Let's move this to my item hanger and process it. Reprocess it. So here it gives me pyrite reprocess, and it's not too much. Okay. So here we can drag this over here. Oh yeah, I can do this. So here it's running. So here's my current job. And it gives me, so 5 minutes, and that will be completed, and that's how you make things from a blueprint. So I've covered mining, blueprints, some ratting. Hopefully I'll get into a corporation. If I get into the corporation within like 2 minutes, I will show you guys that. So we'll kind of go over my time limit, but that's okay. Oh my god, Suetonia. Suetonia has Eve pickup lines based on mining. I do not do drugs in Eve. There are some people who do drugs or they'll manufacture drugs, but I do not. Being solo too much. Oh my gosh. You guys. Okay. So what happens when I try new bro stream is I get pickup lines all in my chat. Oh my gosh. Alright. So let's see if he accepts. He's not. We can sit here and watch this countdown. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Just a prank. Okay, here's this. Watch this countdown. Yay! I actually never really do industry on my main, so I'm actually pretty unfamiliar with it. But people who do it can make a ton of ISK. Let's see what Aura says. So she wants me to kill something, which I've already done. I think I've already done all these. Most of them. I haven't orbited. So... how do I remove that? I think that's this guy, right? How do I... how do I check? Okay, that's this guy. How soon can I join you guys? Gotta not sound desperate when I'm trying to get into the corporation to show you guys how corporation stuff works. The Dominics. You guys. Oh man. I don't know if I can join to show you guys. This is like dragging on forever. I am so sorry. Oh geez, I was like, what the crap? Okay. So I've explained to you guys that. Here's mails. Usually email is player to player. The communications is NPC related. So like that's letting me know I was rejected for that thingy. So don't yell at the recruiters. Oops, I'm good. Okay, you gotta smiley face it. See guys, I told you I'd get into a corporation with a smiley face. I'm so good. Let me see. Close, clone bay, repair shop. Oh, this is the thing to reprocess, but you can also just right click it in your inventory. Faction warfare is a really good way to get into PvP. I fly in faction warfare space. I don't actually participate in faction warfare, but I fly in faction warfare space. Let's see if he'll let me join. I'll try to be polite with joining. See how many ship spins we can get. It's hard to pretend to be a noob. It kind of is. Like, it's hard to think of what players don't know. So that's the tough part of, I guess, of like teaching people to play Eve. Like even like new bro videos, it's very difficult to like kind of dumb down the terminology, dumb down the language, because Eve is so unique in that aspect that there's a lot of games that don't really deal with that. Do this to make people sick. Yes! He's inviting me. Good job, team. High fives. I don't think you guys can see my mouse. That kind of bothers me. No, I don't think you can. This whole time, I've been like, oh, you can see my mouse. Alright, we're gonna try this. Capture cursor. Oh, you see my mouse now? Oh, okay. So the time is over here. Over here. And there's a bunch of crap up here. I think, okay. Alright, so here it says, invited to join. So that means so you have to be docked, and you click accept. And it immediately rejects all these. So you saw this one went away. So even if that guy were to invite me, this alliance were to invite me, I wouldn't do anything. So when you're in a corporation, sorry, not corporation. Thank you. So you do exclamation point, because you gotta be super friendly to the nice guy who invited you, right? So if you go to home, everything that you want to learn from a corporation is usually within the bulletins. So here they talk about everything. They explain a lot of this. So if you notice, it's like living in 0-0, which is nullsec. Safe spots. So they talk about a lot of like helpful, new bro friendly things. If you can go to alliances, and then you can also go to alliance bulletins. So they're the other TeamSpeak, which I probably shouldn't show you guys. I'm so sorry. You can see who's all on their member list, etc. But mostly bulletins. And then you can also see what are called like message of the days. So if you go to corporations, so here they have, holy cow, that's a lot. So here they have MOTD, message of the day. And so then they're, you know, they're getting, you know, they say like, okay, here's our comms, join these comms. So it's super helpful to meet people. And then they'll get like ship information, what they're looking for. So it looks like these guys live in a wormhole. And then if you go to their alliance doesn't have any bulletins. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. It just depends. But yeah, so usually when people are like, okay, I joined a corporation, now what? Then you'll always want to get on their comms. So first thing I should do is get on their comms. And then what I should do is read their bulletins. Like, obviously, I'm kind of being really particular about showing everyone this because, you know, it's their corporation, they're spies and crap. I highly doubt that they're gonna be spied upon much. I think they're a smaller alliance, or smaller, it says alliance, but I think they're a smaller corporation. But yeah. But that's all I have. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's all I have. I guess that's kind of the show for today. Hopefully people can use this, whether they be newbies or trying to help newbies to learn the game. Because obviously walking you guys through missions, even though I did 1 or 2, isn't really helpful. Learning the game just takes practice, and it takes help from people. EVE is, as I said before, EVE is a social game. It's very difficult to learn and to play without other people. Even people who are solo, actually, and fly solo, do a lot of stuff solo, still have friends in the game. I'll play my outro, and then I think I'll call it good. I might actually continue playing on this character, because I think it's kind of entertaining. I managed to get into a corporation. But yeah, that's all I have.